We just got the final details about this Black Order team, in particular, Ebony Maw's kit and its interaction with Thanos. So I'm going to break it down and I'm going to ask the question, is this Black Order team good for the arena meta? So if you guys are ready for it, yeah, you know what to do. Let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
What is up, Valley Maniacs? ValleyFlyin here. I am back. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing great today. So yesterday we had a strike time video with Cerebro developer Matt Sheets, and this was something I was expecting on Friday. I think a lot of the community was expecting this on Friday. Didn't come out on Friday, so I was thinking it would be coming this coming Friday, but surprise, we got it yesterday on a Monday, and we got a lot of interesting details about Ebony Maw and Ebony Maw's interaction with Thanos on the kit. So this video, I'm gonna break that down and finally ask the question, is this Black Order team really good for the current arena meta? So some of the quotes that they used yesterday in the video describing this Black Order team is that it was designed for shaking up the arena meta, and it is focused on dominating arena, which is very interesting because I do think it will shake up the current arena meta, but once everybody gets this team, yeah, I don't know how many other teams are going to be used in arena once this team comes out. So we will have to see, but let's talk about Ebony Maw's kit because we did get some details about that kit, which was not previously known from that comicbook.com article a few weeks ago. So Ebony Maw is designed to deal with hero controllers. This is something that we did know. Now, the hero controllers that I can think about in the arena right now, there is particularly only one that I'm seeing pretty consistently, and that is Phoenix. So this team, Ebony Maw's kit and some of these other kits, designed to be a hard counter towards Phoenix. Now, there was mention of Star-Lord. I don't really see him in the arena meta. I don't really see him in any arena teams on defense. I don't really see people using him in arena right now. One particular hero controller that I do see sometimes on defense is Vision, but that is getting very, very sparse in my arena shard in particular. So it is confirmed that he will give 3 Infinity Stones. This is something that we did know from that comicbook.com article. And this is a new thing in arena. His passive, Ebony Maw's passive, is going to give Thanos 100% turn meter. So yeah, that some of the theory crafting that a lot of the community was going over. Maybe you can stop Thanos before his first turn of getting these Infinity Stones, becoming empowered. Well, with Ebony Maw on the field, that is not going to happen. At least in arena. In other game modes, it can, but it looks like this is a specific characteristic of Ebony Maw's passive just for arena. And we do know one of his tags, he will be a support character. I am assuming that the rest of the tags will be the same as the rest of the Black Order, but he will have that support tag. It was confirmed yesterday. All right, so let's talk about Ebony Maw's special because the wording on this is interesting. Said you're going to give defense up to all allies and positive effects, which I do believe he did say plural, and negative effects, again, I think he did say plural, to the enemies. And he did particularly mention offense down. So yes, when you're looking at a support character, looking like he's mitigating some of the damage of the enemies, especially with the defense up and the offense down. So yes, kind of having an off-type protector role, kind of what some of the protectors in the game does now, like a yo-yo or an invisible woman. Ultimate, this is going to be a very, very strong move. It is, he mentioned this is going to be attacking in waves to the enemies. And one thing it's going to do is slow down the enemies, but it's also going to steal health. So getting some health off of the enemies and putting on your team. The other thing very interesting is speed bar, taking some speed from the enemies and putting it on your team. Man, as Thanos' special seemed very strong, but Ebony Maw's ultimate also seems very, very strong. I can't have until I see the full kits. I don't know what the counters are, but I'm not sure how to counter this team unless you have your own Black Order team. Let's talk about Ebony Maw's passive. When a hero controller dies, he's going to give all of your allies immunity. So basically, when Phoenix dies, all of your allies are gaining immunity. So kind of resisting some of that defense down that she puts on the rest of the team, and kind of resisting her specials slightly. So he's going to gain charge when that hero controller dies. And when the next enemy takes their turn, he's going to lose the charge, but he's going to ability block all hero controllers. So I'm not sure if this is going to take place on that special that Dark Phoenix normally opens with, or it's going to take place on the next turn with that ultimate. I'm thinking it's going to be the special by that warding there. So not going to get that health steal, and she's not going to get full health from there. So Ebony Maw is also going to give regeneration to himself and give regeneration to Thanos. So yeah, very, very strong kit. And we know a little bit more about Thanos because he's going to work differently in Arena and every other game mode. So on his turn, he's going to take a stone from each of the Black Order characters. Now, when he was talking about second waves and other waves. So when these characters like a Proxima or someone comes in, he will get that particular stone, which means that you should start to expect this Black Order team in some PvE content. Unfortunately, they look like they're going to be beastly to deal with, but yes, it looks like it is something that we are going to have to deal with in the near future because yeah, he did talk about waves and Thanos taking stones from those characters on waves. So once he does get those stones, he will become empowered, but it doesn't look like he will get them initially in some of the PvE content, or at least that is what was referred to. So once Thanos is empowered, there's no way to take that off of him. If he's going to get it, particularly on his first turn in Arena, there's no real way to stop that. But if a character goes before Thanos, that's something they might be able to do. But right now, there's no character that in the game that is going to go before Thanos. That is something that they mentioned as a possibility of bringing to the game at some point. But who knows? Who knows if that is going to stay? But if Thanos dies, he's still going to be and gets revived. He is still going to be empowered. So no way to take that off of him. No way to take back a stone once he gets that. So one thing that was not mentioned was the way that Mr. Sinister deals with him. If he clones an empowered Thanos, is that Thanos going to be empowered, or is it going to be a normal Thanos? My assumption, just based on the way that normal Phoenix and Dark Phoenix interact as far as the clones, is that you will clone an empowered Thanos, but that was not clearly answered in the Strike Time video. So where else is this team gonna dominate? Well, he mentioned war defense in particular, because this team was designed for arena defense, and they have the AI working those turns pretty accurately. So war defense would be a strong place for this team, but he also mentioned they're gonna be very strong attacking as well. So man, this is going to be a very crazy team. So that leads me to my final question of this video, guys. Is this empowered Thanos with no way to stop this? Is this good for the long-term health of Marvel Strike Force, and in particular the arena meta? Because I think my fear and a lot of people's fear is that everybody is just going to run this cookie cutter Black Order team, and all you're going to see is Black Order and Black Order. Is this going to promote some diversity in the arena meta? Well, let's go take a look at Thanos' kit and see exactly what's going to do. So let's start with this basic right here. Attacking the primary target and adjacent targets. It's going to be 300% damage when you put that T4 in. As you can see, I have not done that yet. You're going to apply bleeds, and you are going to gain counter. His special, Time Shift. This is one of the strongest moves, if not the strongest move in the game. We'll see what the stats are on that Ebony Maw ultimate, but as we know right now, this seems like one of the strongest, if not the strongest moves in the game. So what you're going to do, flipping all negative effects to positive effects for all allies. You're going to flip all positive effects to negative effects for all enemies. So that is once the T4 is in there. As without the T4, it's only going to be 3. You're going to apply Taunt to a Cull Obsidian. This attack is unavoidable, cannot be blocked. Now, if you are able to open with this move, very, very strong, especially with that taunt on Cull Obsidian. Looks more likely that you're going to use this on turn 2 with Thanos. Very, very strong, though. It's a Doctor Strange and a Scientist Supreme rolled into one, plus applying that taunt for Cull Obsidian. All right, now let's go take a look at his ultimate once all the T4s are in there. I don't have the T4s in there, but once you do, you're going to attack all enemies for 200% piercing, which is a lot, especially if you're going up against high armor targets. 100% drain. You're going to repeat this attack 2 additional times, and you're also going to reduce the speed bar of the enemies by 20%, and this attack cannot miss. So a lot of speed bar manipulation, particularly between Ebony Maw and Thanos in both of their kits. What's not super clear is if there's going to be ability energy from Ebony Maw distributed to Thanos so that he can use some of these moves a little earlier. Let's take a look at his passive. If this character's health is full at the start of the match, the first time this character or a Black Order ally drops to below 50%, fill speed bar by 50%, apply regeneration to self and Black Order allies, gaining 1000% extra resistance and lower damage and armor for all enemies. So really mitigating the damage of the enemy teams. Between Thanos, Proxima Midnight, Ebony Maw, they're not going to be able to do as much damage. All right, so that leads me to the question that I posed in the beginning of the video. Is this Black Order team good for the game, the long-term health of Marvel Strike Force, and in particular, that arena meta? Well, you saw Thanos' kit. Unless there's some ability energy being distributed around, doesn't look like he's going to open with his two powerful moves, Time Shift and Celestial Barrage. So that is one good thing encountering this team. But my fear is if this team works like the devs and everybody is thinking it's going to work, that everybody is going to be using Black Order on offense, using Black Order on defense. And how do you counter these guys if you don't have a Black Order on your own? Looks like some of the most powerful characters in the game are countered right now with Ultron and Black Bolt and Ebony Maw and Phoenix. Yeah, just a big screw you to those two characters. So it looks like the Black Order probably will be dominant, and is that going to be good for the game? So my fear, as is a lot of other people's fear, is that everybody is going to be running this team on offense and defense, which makes it come into a effect of who is spending the most to get the most gold stars on these new Black Order characters, and who is going to be lucky enough to roll these red stars on these new Black Order characters. Because as this red star change goes into effect tomorrow, most of them look very positive. The one thing that I don't think is positive is that you're not able to purchase these new characters once they come around in the game. You're not able to purchase their red stars in the store until they become farmable, which means that to get good red stars on these Black Order characters, you're going to have to get lucky with your red star pulls, which means that arena is going to be determined by luck and spending, not particularly theory crafting, finding some good teams, finding some good counters. Maybe there will be a good counter. I don't know. We don't have their full information of all their kits yet, so maybe there is a counter floating around. Maybe the arena meta was just going to be Ebony Maw and Thanos and 3 other characters. So guys, now that you know the details of this full Black Order team, do you think they will be as dominant as their build to be in arena? I know pretty much most of the teams that were built to be a certain way, except for the Wakandans, pretty much lived up to that expectation there. But do you think that this full Black Order team is going to be the team to beat in arena, or is it going to be some kind of hybrid, maybe with Maw, Thanos, and then maybe Phoenix, Black Bolt, and Ultron? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, guys. I think it is a little up in the air until we know the full kit breakdown. We did get some details, but we still don't know all of the details about every single one of their kits. But let me know. Let me know what you think, guys. Is this good or bad for the game? And is the Black Order good or bad for arena in particular? Guys, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. There are more videos coming on this channel, at least 4 videos per week on Marvel Strike Force. Check out some of the links down below that support the channel, and check me out on social media as well. Give me a Hulk fist bump before you go. ValleyFlyin out.